here we are at the start of our second season. Transfers have been done. Let's have a look and see who is in and who is out. And we're going to start with the released players first of all. Andrea Raggi, the only name in here of particular note. He's now gone and joined RC Lens. Nobody else here really um, got even close to the first team. All sort of reserve players who, well, we wish well. In terms of the departures for money, then there's been quite a few of sort of reserve youth team players who just weren't good enough. I just wanted to clear the books a little bit. You'll see why in a second. But one of some note, Robert Navarro has gone to Real Madrid for £400,000. Yeah, not the board weren't particularly happy about that one. But I don't really think he's that. Don't really think he's that good. He's got some decent attributes, I guess, but he's not developed very well. He had a big injury last year. I think he was ever going to get in the first team, so good to get a bit of cash for him. Kevin Indorum has gone out on loan. There's going to be quite a few players who go out on loan. He's probably the most notable one who has gone out. I think he's got decent potential, even though he says he's surplus to requirements. I think he's a reasonable player, but he wanted first team football. He's gone to Cannes for the year. We'll see how well he does. Well, probably the biggest departure in a lot of ways. I said no one else of note has gone out on loan. Well, I'm not really counting this one, but Cesc Fabregas has gone on loan initially for the entirety of his massive 105k a week wage, and he has a mandatory future fee of £10 million. He's gone back to Arsenal. He will be joining them permanently next summer. I mean, he's still valued at 29 million, but I think 10 million for him next year would be amazing. His physicals are on the decline. Obviously, he's still brilliant in a mental and technical sense, but for the system that we use, as great as his passing is, I need somebody a little bit more mobile. So, yeah, Cesc has gone for eventually £10 million to Arsenal. Also gone is Naby Chadli. He's gone to RB Leipzig for 5.25 million, potentially rising to 7.25 million. I mean, he's pretty solid, pretty good. He's the kind of player that would have been good to have as a like a backup, but we kind of don't really need him with the other players we've got. He was on a lot of money as well, £75,000, I think it was 70,000. Just not worth keeping really. John Iwalo has gone as well. He's gone to Shakhtar for about £7 million. Club kind of made a bit of a loss on this one, so the board aren't particularly happy with it. But I think they massively overpaid. He just never really played for us. Wasn't particularly good enough. We've got a lot of better midfield options now, so worth getting some cash for him now before it's too late. And lastly, then Jemison has also gone. I didn't really want to sell him, but we kind of got a little bit ripped off here. He's gone for £7 million to Shanghai SIPG. The bid came in. I was going to reject it, but he wanted to go because he wanted more money, really, and he was in the final year of his contract, so he didn't want to sign a new one. They're paying him 96k, and we've replaced him with someone better. So good luck to him. In terms of the ins, then let's start with four players who we haven't had to pay a penny for because we didn't buy them because they were already at the club, just out on loan last season for some reason. First of all, we have Veshelia. I really like the look of. He's very, very solid player. A lot of great technical. 17 free kick taking. He's going to be rivaling Robert Skov. He can play in attacking midfield for us. Can play on the wings. Can play in central midfield if we need him to. Just a really well-rounded player. And although he is Brazilian, he's not going to count for one of our non-EU slots because he has Italian nationality. He was obviously on loan at Nantes last year, who got relegated. One player who is going to take up one of our non-EU slots, though, is Jorge, who's going to be our new backup left back. I said I wanted a backup left back, and well, he's going to do just fine. He was out on loan at Porto last season. They did have an option to buy him, but he rejected the move. I did agree a deal to sign Gotoko Sakai from Hamburg, but when I saw that Jorge had rejected his move, I just thought, well, we might as well use him. He's not on very much money. He's on a rotation contract. He was better than Sakai anyway. Really, really solid backup left back. Lots of greens in the defensive areas and going forwards as well. Definitely worth using this season. We've already talked about the other two. Yuri Tielemans has come back as well. He's going to be starting for us in central midfield, and well, we're happy to have him. He's just absolutely sensational. He's always been good on FM, but this year I think he's moved up another level. I mean, just look at his attributes. He's so well rounded. He has, I mean, apart from his heading and his jumping reach and his long throws, he doesn't have anything below an 11. I mean, absolutely brilliant. He signed a new contract as well. We're really happy to have him. He's going to be starting for us in midfield. He's able to play on both sides. He's just going to be an absolutely essential player for us this year. And our final returning loanee is Keita Balde. He spent last season on loan at Inter Milan. Tielemans, of course, was at Leicester. And like Tielemans, I don't know why he was out on loan. I guess in real life it didn't work out for him as well. But yeah, just he's going to be excellent for us on the left wing. A perfect replacement for Gelson Martins. Other than his work rate, really, everything else really, really solid. Needs to get used to the position, but I've got no doubts that he will. If anything, I think he's probably an upgrade on Martins in the same way Tielemans is definitely an upgrade on Adrian Silva. But of course, that doesn't mean we haven't spent some money as well. Our first regen signing is Khalid Sadiri. We picked up from Cannes for £1.2 million. He's only 15 years old, the Tunisian. I think he looks really, really solid for a young player. Um, really good vision, 14 there, really good work rate as well at 16, so pretty decent physicals. So plenty to work on, but definitely some good shoots of attributes for a young midfielder. We have also signed Thiago Almada, of course. We already knew about that. It was agreed last summer, but he's officially joined us from Vélez Sarsfield. And, well, I mean, I think he just looks really, really good. Lots of great technicals and mentals. He's probably going to play ahead of Maria this season. Joining us permanently from Nantes, we've got Valentin Ronny. He is just a really solid squad option. He's only on a backup contract. Not the craziest physicals in the world, a few 12s, not the craziest technicals either, but some pretty solid mentals. He can play in the deep line playmaker role and the box-to-box midfielder role. What I really like about him as well, he's 24 years old and he's French. We've only paid £5.5 million for him. Also joining us is Emmanuel Mamana, £10 million from Zenit St. Petersburg. He's just the replacement for Jemison, and I think he's definitely an upgrade. Some absolutely sensational attributes for a central defender. I love that 17 concentration. Maybe not the best physicals in the world, but I mean he's clearly an upgrade on Jemison. A little bit of a hefty wage, but he's only on a rotation contract. I can see him ending up playing quite a lot this year, potentially even replacing Camel Glick in the starting lineup. Our cheapest signing, although actually probably our biggest signing in a lot of ways, Adrian Rabiot joins us on a free transfer, of course, from PSG. One of the free transfers that's sort of programmed in at the start of the game. I think he's going to join Juventus in real life, but he's come to us in the game. And in the middle of the park, he's absolutely sensational. I think, other than his 10 marking, it's really the only thing letting him down. Everything else, brilliant. 17 passing and 6 vision. It's going to be great for us. Now, the only issue is that he's left-footed and he does have a pretty weak right foot, so he's probably more suited to the deep line playmaker role, but he's going to probably play in the box-to-box role at some point. He's going to just sort of rotate around with Tielemans. The two of them are going to be forming a partnership in the middle, I hope. And the thing is, even if he is a flop, we got him on a free, so we should be able to easily make a pretty big profit on him. He's French as well, which is really, really helpful given our lack of French players. So yeah, I mean, a big wage, but not really a very risky signing. And by far and away, our most expensive signing is Albin Lafont. He joins us from Fiorentina for £23 million, potentially rising to £25 million. I mean, you're probably noticing a theme. Again, he's French. I want to expand the number of French players in the squad, given our difficulties with Champions League squad registration last year. But he is an absolutely fantastic signing, even for that fee. I think it's pretty reasonable. It's actually probably a bargain. He's already better than Subasic. Great handling, reflexes, one-on-one, command of area, everything you'd want for a goalkeeper. He's only 20 years old as well, potentially looking at a first-choice goalkeeper for the next 15 years. Although realistically, he's probably going to attract the interest of PSG at some point, and if he does, we'll probably make a massive profit. So yeah, really solid signing there too. So a variety of other players have left as well on loans or on frees. You can have a look at them on the screen right now. No one of any real note, nobody who's really going to make any sort of impact on the first team. I just wanted to clear the books a little bit. We have so many players here many of whom are just pretty rubbish. But anyway, kind of wanted to help as well with the financial fair play. Despite all those outs, it hasn't really made much of a difference. We are currently on course to fail financial fair play once again, pretty spectacularly. A projected loss of 21 million. We're only allowed to lose 4 million. Now, hopefully, that will work itself out and we get sponsorship and Champions League money and all that sort of stuff. But um, not particularly ideal. There was one other transfer that I really would have liked to potentially have done, and well, if we look back at the transfer budget, you can see we've got 34 million left to spend. But the reason why I didn't do it was really, well, three reasons. The financial fair play, as we've just seen, I didn't want to spend any more money given the projected losses. I wanted to buy another striker potentially because that was where we were weak last season. But because of those financial concerns, also I couldn't really get rid of Falcao because he was on such a massive wage. And I didn't really want to block the development of Pellegrini or Gabels because I think Pellegrini especially has the potential to be one of the best strikers in the game. I think that he deserves another season. If we need to go and get someone, we can maybe do it in January or next year. We could have got Patrick Schick for £30 million, which I think is pretty reasonable. But I figured that the most sensible thing to do would be to leave it for now. So this is how we're going to be lining up then with all those transfers for the Trophy des Champions against Stade Rennais, who of course won the Coupe de France last season, knocking us out of the semi-finals. So it's definitely some revenge on the cards today. We're going to have Lafont in goal for his debut. Mendy is going to be at left back, of course, with De Ligt and Glick in the middle. Henriks is going to be starting for us on the right-hand side because Sidibe is injured. Balde is going to come in on the left for his re-debut. Tieleman's in the middle as well, alongside Rabiot. Ronny Lopez is in on the right because Skov is suspended too. Golovin going to be playing in attacking midfield, and Pellegrini is going to get the nod up front today. Very strong bench as well. We've got Jack Clark on there, Mamana, Bachelia, Falcao, Rongier, Almada, and Jorge. Sandro Tonali is suspended for this one as well. Well, revenge is certainly on the cards here. We need to put in a considerably more energetic performance than last time. We've got so many new additions to the side that could prove an issue, but I think a big improvement in lots of areas. We should hopefully be too much for Stade Rennais here. A free kick early on from Ronny Lopez, straight into the hands of Kubek, and well, potential break here for Stade Rennais, but no, he's literally just he just kicked it straight to Lafont. What a waste! And instead, it's going to be a highlight for us. Tieleman's on the ball here, looking for him to make an impact. He's found Pellegrini, forces a save from Kubek, and it goes for a corner. Pellegrini only scored, was it 2 goals last season? And well, he doesn't get one so far today, but hopefully he can open his account. We want him to be making an impact this season. Henriks with a throw finds Lopez, and he's looking for Pellegrini, but kind of been cut out there. And well, it's just we're sort of just shuffling the ball around in the middle of the park here between us and Stade Rennais. No one really getting a foothold on this highlight from the looks of things. We have won it back with Elements out to Mendy, slips the ball in towards Pellegrini, doesn't quite get there. Elements is back again. Golovin goes in for the run, slides it across, and Pellegrini puts it away. We were just talking about the impact we wanted him to make, and Pietro Pellegrini opens his account for the season in the first game of the season. He only scored 2 goals in the whole of last year, got one in the last game of the season, and of course a very important goal against PSG in the Coupe de France. But overall, he flattered to deceive, but he's started off hopefully how we mean for things to go on. Now I just got to look at on Stade Rennais here. They've got Brandon Thomas, who is English. He's come through the academy there, but he's English, which is very odd. Anyway, Ronnie Lopez with a free kick in, flicked in by Matthias de Ligt, and he opens his account as well. He was one of our top scorers last season with 10 goals, which is mental for a centre back, and he's carried on how he finished last season too. Excellent header, despairing dive from the goalkeeper. We find ourselves 2-0 up, and we are looking good for the first piece of silverware of the season. A corner from Lopez, flicked on by Balde. He's looking for his first goal on his return. Doesn't quite come off that time. Oh, another free kick from Lopez. So many highlights for us. It's come out and been bundled in by De Ligt again. He's got his second goal of the season already. He's already a fifth of the way to his total from last year. Elamin's with the assist. Corner comes in, headed down. Elamin's flicks it on, and there's De Ligt to put it away. 3-0. We are absolutely coasting home with just half an hour gone. Complete domination, 10 shots on target to their 1. But here is a highlight for Stade Rennais. They're coming forwards. It's out to Traore. He flicks it into Sarr, who puts it wide. A free kick from Beauregard. He puts it wide as well. 2 good chances for Stade Rennais to get a foothold back in the game, but it's us with the lead, and we've got another one bundled in again, another set piece. Robert Scott's not even playing today, but Ronny Lopez really stepping up in his absence. De Ligt getting the assist this time for his centre-back partner, Kamil Glick, makes it 4, and this is it's a complete rout. It's not even half-time. Well, at half-time, what can you say? An excellent performance. Just keep it going. Simply sensational. Hopefully this is a good omen for how the season is going to go. We did have a pretty good year last year overall, but well, I'm looking for some more success in the Champions League. That would be nice. Free kick from Ronny Lopez just over the bar. He really deserves a goal today. Some cracking set pieces in. He's only got 1 assist to his name, really, but a lot of secondary assists. Golovin with a free kick this time. De Ligt's on a hat trick. He doesn't get one, but it's been flicked in instead by Ferland Mendy. And 3/4 of our defence have got a goal. Only Henrik's not on the score sheet. I mean, we've got a bunch of new midfielders, attacking players as well. And it's the defenders who are showing them how to score. Well, this game is basically over, but still 25 minutes on the clock. Mendy's got it after his goal. Didn't score many last year, I think, unlike De Ligt. But Tielemans has it here. He deserves a goal as well. He's been excellent today. Bichelia to Rabiot. Mendy has found its way through. Mendy's in a very forward position, and Bichelia on as a substitute just wide. Oh, another ominous attack from us. Jack Clark to Rabiot, Rongier, both of them on for their first games of the season. Golovin has it and he flicks a shot in just wide as well. 15 shots on target for us today. They've only had 1. Could be even more than 5. You could say we've been wasteful. Well, Rongier has lost it out though. Not a good first impression. It's here with Sacco, but he's gone and got it back straight away. That's what I like to see. Make a mistake and then immediately make up for it. Like Steph Horton. There's Rabiot. Through into Clark and Pellegrini. Well, that time he balloons it over. He has scored today. We can't really begrudge him, but that was a pretty bad miss. Hopefully not a sign of things to come. Hopefully he just remembers the first one. There's still 8 minutes left. So many highlights in our favour in this match. We're pressing forward again, searching for 6. I mean, it's kind of rubbing it in at this stage, really. Rongier finds Rabiot. Mendy's fought again. Forces another save from Kubek. Mendy's getting very, very advanced in this game. Golovin with the corner in, flicked on by Glick, and he's hit the post. Really could have been 6, should have been 6 with that chance and the Pellegrini chance. Well, late free kick from Bichelia just wide, and the time is ticking away here. It's been an absolute rout. What a perfect start to the season. You cannot ask for any more than this. Piece of silverware. Phenomenal attacking performance. So many goals, so many chances. All of our new signings have impressed so far. And that is going to be that. We have ourselves the Trophy des Champions, which we, of course, lost out last year to PSG. We get our revenge against Stade Rennais. A fantastic, fantastic performance. 17 shots on target in the end. Truly exceptional from the boys, and hopefully a good sign of things to come. Well, that is going to be the end of the episode there. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed that comprehensive performance against Stade Rennais. If you are excited for the new season, leave a like on the video, comment about the new transfers as well, and make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next episode as we continue our pursuit to make AS Monaco a far more consistent and successful club. I think next time I'm going to come back probably around around that first Champions League game. I'm going to play a few matches into the season, and that first game against Lyon as well. So I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.